Good afternoon. It is 7:28 on November 22nd, Jack of Hearts Day, and I am playing the nine of clubs in my hand today. Today's conversation is a little more adult. It's an adult conversation. So I'm not going to post it on my Facebook like I normally would, but I will post it to YouTube and then post it on Facebook to click on it, you would have to go to YouTube, okay, from Facebook, because I don't know how Facebook appropriate this conversation is. So let's get right into it because I don't like wasting any time when I'm in my head, I got to get it out. This conversation is about the respect for sex or lack thereof. Now, I, as a person who is transparent about my sex life and very open and honest about it, my sex life is in its Saturn return. I just realized it's been 30 years. So if you know how old I am, okay, my sex life has been 30 years old. It's been 30 years since I've lost my virginity. Let's say that. Okay. Throughout this video, I'm sure I'll say what my age is so you can do the math. Now, I have reached a point to where I'm trying to figure out why I seem to be detached from it. Now, with the Saturn return being said, in my progress chart, I am a Libra rising with Saturn in my first house. Problem number one. But Saturn is exalted in Libra. Yes, but in the first house is acting kind of Aries and is acting very slow and detached and cold and just kind of like boundaries, don't touch me. No. Now, I say all that to say this. I had this conversation with my husband earlier today, and my son's calling me, and I know he's calling me to ask me to stay the night out. He better call daddy. Um, Let me just tell him call daddy. Um, so the feeling of being detached is, of course, I have sex. I like it. It's great. Husband's great. Like, sex is not a problem for me. It's a respect for it problem I'm having. Okay. And the way I explained it to him was imagine being a young girl, like all girls, start off as, and you have been blessed and also stressed enough to where you never had to want that. I never, I'm grateful. I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful or cocky or anything like that, but I never had to ask for sex. I've never been with someone, males and females, sometime both, same time. I've never had to initiate sex from young. I mean, it's offered to you on every corner from, from when you're born, if you will. Okay. So, what happens when you give a child everything they want? They become what? Spoiled. What people say is spoiled rotten, but the reality of it is they're both the same thing. If something is spoiled, it's no good. It's bad. Throw it away. It's going to make you sick. Ugh. Why do you want something that is spoiled already? It's used, it's done, right? So, because I've been spoiled, I'm like, no good. I look at sex almost as, eh, I do it, I do it, I don't. Not really. I'm no longer attracted to females like that. I damn sure don't want another a man. I'm married. I'm good. I like the one I have. We're good. But as far as that go, I do it. But why? Now it's become, it's not like, no, no, it ain't been that in years. Now it's like, you're married. This is what he wants. I still never have to want it. Like I never yearned for. I never was like, damn, I could really right now. No, because it's like, here, you want some? Hey, you want some? Hey, 5 minutes, 10, 10. It's always in my face. So it's like, I mean, sure, if you're gonna give it to me, I mean, I guess, I could probably do something else. Like probably should wash the dishes or like babysit my own kids or something. I don't really need to do that, but so it's become this, I don't respect it. I don't respect sex at all. It did what it was supposed to do. I got a daughter. Hey, girl. Hey. Um, why else do we need to be doing this? For pleasure. Uh, I can think of, let me tell you something. It's so bad that sex is not even in my top 10 of pleasurable things. Sex is not even in my top 10. It might be number 11. All right. It might be number 11. I might have to think real long and hard on which one I want to knock off for it to be number 10. Like, there's so many, like, we got kids now. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. So even it's to the point where when I'm watching a movie, there's got to be a set. We could be watching a killer movie. I mean, Jason, Freddy, Chucky. There's got to be a love scene somewhere, and it's just like, guys, you lost me in the message. Like to me, you're making me feel like that trumps everything. I think I was watching with me and my husband was watching Game of Thrones a while back when we binged it. And like the times that they were like having sex, it's like the world is falling apart. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like we're in the middle of a war here, people. But again, I think my lack of respect for it is I never had to want it. I never had to work for it. See, and that's what we try to teach our kids, right? When you have to work for something, you appreciate it because the shit took work. Sex doesn't, not that for me. Now, one would say, oh, you just ain't found the right person. And did it. I would say to those people, I've been doing this for 30 years. You effed one, you effed them all. Okay. Like, ain't nobody offering nothing different. Stop. I've had men, I've had women, I've been turned upside down, I've been against the wall. I've been, come on now, on the floor, in the car, on the highway. Come. You ain't, stop. Anal ain't it either. Anal ain't it either. Spits or swallows, which one you want to do? So my husband's great. I'm glad if I was going to end up with anybody and then me to have this conversation, I'm glad it was him. Okay, because sex is not the issue. I haven't had, I'm not bigging up anybody, but I've never had a bad partner, so it's not like, oh, well, I would never do that again. I'll never go. Women and men, they've all been great. Everybody's been great, even before I knew what great was. That's not my issue. Again, this is not a matter of who was good and who wasn't. This is not what this conversation about. This conversation is about respecting the art, respecting the craft, respecting sex. People abuse it, people misuse it, people use it for work. People, you know what I mean? You can use sex for all types of things. Me personally, sex is a chore. It's washing dishes. It's washing out the tub. It's getting an oil change in my car. Oh, I guess okay. So between 9 and 10, then I get okay, and then 11, I'll do the dishes. 12, I'll do got it. There's no bonding and intimate and oh and no, it's kids are about to be home. What you want to do? Because again, there's nowhere in my life have there ever been a time where I'm like, I would really like someone to do that to me. Done it. There's nothing sex has to offer me at this stage of my life. I feel like the hoe turned pastor. I'm giving myself pastor vibes. You used to be a hoe, now you're the counselor of hoes. Anyway, but you know what I mean? Like I said, this is not about, oh, well, you ain't got the right person. I've had all the right people, all of them. I married the best one, of course, but I'm still friends with all my exes. I don't have no exes. There's no enemies. Me and my husband have slept with a few of my exes. Like, it's not, this is not what this is. I've had some great partners. Very good. Very good. But where I'm at in life now is like, I don't want that anymore. Like, I lost my mojo. Like, it's just kind of, like I said, I do it. You know what I mean? I do it, but it's like, it's the respect for it has left the building. And I think it's probably because I started so young. And I think it's also because it's just been offered to me. It's been, I don't, I don't appreciate it because it's like I can get it whenever I want. Like it's if women was offered money the way they are offered sex, because you could be offered pussy and the same thing. You know what I mean? We would all be women would we would be we'd be president. Who runs the world, girls? Oh, well, yeah. And there are some women that love that, but the women that are like, I don't know what she talking about. Shit, I love me. So this, yes, you do. And you should. Everyone should love it. It's a great art. It's a great feeling. Lasts a few seconds, but it's a great feeling. It's awesome, especially if you got the right partner or partners. If you're having fun with it. Like I said, oh, please, I had a whole agenda for my marriage. Who are you talking to? I had a whole agenda. A whole agenda. Wait a minute. I see what you did there, Rikara. That's not what I was saying. A whole, like a whole. Wait a minute. Anyways, who to play on words there? Anyways, I had a whole agenda. It was like, yeah, we gonna have holes in different area codes. We gonna travel here. We're gonna have one over there. We gonna what? We gonna get us a girlfriend. Then we're gonna all fall in love before all this polyamorous crap came about. I don't know what all that's about, but again, been there, done that. But it was just kind of like now it's a thing, and it's like pretty sure I spearheaded that. But anyways, but I was like, yo, we gonna get us a girlfriend. She gonna help us raise our kids, like because before him. There was this idea that I didn't want to let that side of me go. I didn't want to listen. I'm a king. Okay, I see where that energy now was playing out and how it's played out in my life because that she's a bad girl. Like, and sometimes, I feel like my husband is like the wife that's trying to keep her husband home. You know what I mean? Like he'd be like, where you going? What you doing? You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, dude, you could find me on the app. You got me. I'm not doing anything. You know what I mean? He's just kind of like, he's that guy, like he got to keep his eye on me. And it's just like, what energy am I letting off? That's like, I'm not like that anymore. I don't want anybody else. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. But I think it's just that energy that's like, feed me, that kind of thing. And so, but I just honestly feel like even when it came down to us sharing women, it became after a while or after maybe one or two go rounds, it became like, okay, I just want you. And it's like, right, but I'm in a relationship. You know what I mean? And there were times where I just wanted them too, but it was just kind of like because it's one of those ways like, okay, but me and you've done her already. So for me and her to do each other, it's like, but then it became this, oh, why? So she can get more pussy than me and did it. And it's just like, all right, this isn't fun anymore. Like I think the fun kind of we have not since married. We've been married 8 years, together 12, married 8. We have not since we got married. The last one we did was 2 months before we got married for New Year's. And we got married in March. And I don't miss it because I think over time it started to die down. The conversations we was having about it, the are we gonna do it? Should we do it? The oh no, well, what if this happens? Or what if she only wants you? And then what if, all this stuff started happening and it was just kind of like, all right, I'm over it. So I think so there's a lot of things that happened in life that just starts to, and then me realizing and still being hit on, even to this day, it's like there's, a couple of girls that's like saying, what's good with you? And I'm like, marriage, and I used to be flattered. Oh my gosh, she likes when girls liked me, I was like, I felt like the most prettiest girl in the world. Like, men always like me. Men like everybody. God damn it, men. I love men too, but I'm just saying, men like everybody. But when a girl likes a girl, it's like, me, you get all like, stop. Look at me, look at my forehead get all red. Stop, stop. You know what I mean? But even with that, it's just kind of like, So now, although flattered, I'm like, yeah, girl, please, I'm out of practice. I'll fuck around and probably bark at that shit. I don't know what to do with it. Y'all sniff, because so much has changed in the sexuality. You know what I mean? Like, so much, so women have changed now. Like, now everybody wants to be the dominant one. I like feminine women. I like soft and women that smell good. Again, I'm a king. If you are masculine, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't have a crush on me. Please don't. I do not want nobody flipping me. And listen, my man is the only one that I want picking me up or doing any of that shit. If you hungry, call me. But that's about the fuck it. Sorry. Listen, the king gonna have to come out eventually. Ain't that what the kid's doing now? Anyway, I want to be a cool kid so bad. So that's my take on it. It's like, if you spoil women, women are spoiled. We really are. We are tainted. We are toxic. We are terrible, terrible, terrible people, but I say that out of love, but I'm saying it out of also reality of the fact that when a person has been offered something their whole entire life, never having a want for it, never having to fantasize about it. I can't even remember when's the last time I had a crush on someone, because anybody I've ever had a crush on me first, and they would approach me, and it's just like, I don't even know what it's like to ask someone out or be like, hey, you ever thought about, like, I don't even know, like, I'm so like out of the loop. Listen, I got to stay married forever. This better be forever, because I am out of the game. I won't have anybody in my life because I don't even know how to initiate. My Mars is in Libra, and it is not. My Mars and Libra just want to talk and be passive aggressive. It does not want to be like, it don't really initiate shit. Um, and so I wanted to, just kind of be transparent and just kind of be like, listen, for those women out there that are like me, that are just kind of like, okay, what's wrong with me? What's going on? Like, why don't I don't want to do it. So it's not even that it's boring when I do it. It's just something else I could be doing, right? I would rather do overtime at work. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Again, all the people I've slept with, and when I say all the people I've slept with, it was only 2/3 of the population. But I've still always had to have a job. Ain't nobody ever took care of me. Like, hello, I'm a king. No, but I'm just saying, like, sex has never financially benefited me. So I'm kind of jealous of the celebrities. It's like, wait a minute, Cardi, hold on. Hold on, Cardi. Hold on. What you do for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like whoever is using their drive to get shit, got something. Again, I've been doing it so long. What do I have to show for it? I got a daughter. She is the best thing I show for it. She's the best thing that came out of all these years. 30 years. She is the best thing. I would put her over an orgasm. I would put her over eating. I would put her over anal, dog, anything, anything. If I could have did it once and got hurt, that done. You know what I'm saying? Because what else are we really doing? Like people that got to do it 3 times a day. Some people losing their jobs because they leaving work early for it. Good for you. Listen, I am hating from a distance. Good for you. I mean that in a hating voice. Like I like nymphomaniacs. Like I want to be a nymphomaniac. I think I've always just had sex just so people would like me. I mean, that's what I used it for. I wanted this boy to like me, so this is what boys like. So this is what I'm gonna do. Now I'm like, I didn't have to do that. You was gonna give it to me anyway. You was gonna give it to me anyway. And again, I'm not saying that to be cocky, but there is not a woman on this earth walking now that can not say that with confidence. Like, if I was to ask him to bend me over, he's not going to say no. There are women that we may find hella unattractive, for our own liking. You know what I mean? Listen, we'll do them like we used to do back in the days, put a bag over their head and keep it moving. See what I'm saying? You ain't got to look at them in the face. What you looking at? Why you looking at me? Do what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So there's always loopholes and ways to get around. I don't like that. That person's not attractive. What that mouth do though? But she got a fatty. La, 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 la. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. And so I'm just saying that nothing's wrong with you. There are women that are suffering in silence also that want to get their passion for it, but just haven't quite yet been able to. And, you know, I think it's gone. You know what I'm saying? I think that time for me has passed to where it's like, oh, well, my husband may say, well, shit, let me not initiate or let me not ask for it for a while. You gonna hurt yourself. You know what I mean? He's gonna hurt himself. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna ask for I don't know how to ask for it, even to my husband. Like, we're not gonna roll over like, you wanna do it. Do it? We still say do it? Like it what is happening right now? And I don't believe in having sex with kids in the house. That's disgusting. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I don't want to hear that. But you're married. No, it's disgusting. It's pedophilia at its fucking highest level to me. It's like, ugh, just the thought, like they can hear me. No, 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 P. Diddy. I don't want my kids to hear me have sex. Thanks. I do not want my kids to know what a moan and a groan sounds like. Thank you. Even though they do, but that's no kin to me. That's no, that's not my fault. I was not there. That was not me. But I mean, again, my kids know what sex is. They know that, we're adults and that's what we do. But like I said, I just prefer not to do it while they're in the house. So we, schedule some time when kids are at school and stuff like that. And I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? And I work from home, he works from home. So we have time to, it's not like, oh, you're in the office, so you got to sneak in. No, all that sneaking used to be fun. Side nigga shit, side bitch shit. I, I'm not, I haven't been a side bitch in 15, how many years? I've been with him 12, 15 years. Like, I don't want to go back there either. I mean, it was fun. It was fun. But I only know that being a side chick was fun because now I'm a main chick. And it's like, oh, this is restrictive. Like, wait, what do you mean? You're staying like forever? You're never going back? So It's that kind of thing. It's a weird thing when you've been that your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been, I've had relationships, but I'm pretty sure they cheated. I cheated, whatever, whatever. But again, I always like, we were kids. That doesn't count. I was like 30. But but I'm just saying, like, these kind of things. And so my I guess my point of the conversation is like, don't be so spoiled that you're beyond repair, I guess is what I'm saying. Don't be so detached. Um, Pluto is now in Aquarius in my sixth house. Good Lord, give me the strength. The sixth house is the health house, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, day-to-day routines, rituals. You know, a ritual is waking up every morning and brushing your teeth at the same time. Rituals is how are you of service to other people? You know what I mean? And what do you show up in the world as? When people call you, what are they calling you for? Who do you want to be the next 20 years? you know how do you see yourself in the next 20 years? So that's something that I'm kind of thinking about, and that's been on my mind lately. And um I don't know, I think I might want to be a sex slave. I'm just saying, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I think, think me and my husband gotta, talk about some things, you know what I mean, and just kind of be like, let's get into S&M. Tantra. I don't know, but again, even just thinking about it, I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. As always, bye.